Okay, this is important, my darling, so listen up. I want to share with you 3 warning signs that your coach might be a fraud. If you're working with a coach or thinking of hiring one, then this is what you need to know to make sure you're going to get the best possible outcome from them. I'm Jo Martin, by the way, if we haven't met before. I'm from One of Many. And coaching certification is one of the things we do here. I have personally certified over 1,600 coaches in behavioral change technologies. We have certified over 150 of our own One of Many certified coaches. So, and personally, I've coached many tens of thousands of people over the years. So I kind of know a little thing or two about it, and I really want to make sure that you make a good choice when hiring a coach. So here are the warning signs. Number 1, your coach only tells you what you want to hear. It can feel good to start with, but think again. So I sometimes think that a session with a coach should always feel a little bit like coming away from a really good clean with the dental hygienist. I just went and had my teeth done a couple of weeks ago. You come out and it's so clean. You know that clean teeth feeling? You never get it with brushing. It's amazing. It's kind of like that, except it's only for an area of your life that you're working on with your coach, right? To get that amazing clean teeth feeling, you have to get through a little bit of discomfort. I remember there was a moment where my dental hygienist was really poking. It really actually hurt, but it was worth it in the end. With a coach, it's kind of like that. A good coach asks you questions that feel uncomfortable. They hold the mirror up and they reflect things back to you that have you go, oh, wow. If you feel a bit sorry for yourself, they challenge you on that. They maybe offer you a reframe, but they're not shy of coming away from discomfort. What it shouldn't feel like is a, oh, poor you session where you're not feeling good and your coach is, oh, that's awful. Oh, your boss is terrible. Oh, your husband sounds so lazy. If you come away feeling like you're just going round and round in circles, not getting anywhere, or that your coach is literally just telling you that you're great, keep at it, you're doing fabulously, then they're 2 sides of the one coin. It's definitely a warning sign. Maybe it's time to check in with the goals that you're working towards and what you want to be getting from your sessions. Give them a chance to explain what's going on. And if they don't have a really great explanation, maybe trust yourself. Maybe it's time to move on. The second warning sign is if your coach hasn't done any of their own continuing professional development. So if you're worried your coach isn't all they're cracked up to be, then you could try asking them about any training that they've done, or have they read any new books or journal articles lately? Is there a new framework that they're using? Have they been to any conferences or completing any new training? The best coaches that I know are a little bit obsessed about helping human beings be better. And they read everything and do every course out there. Now, of course, just going on a course isn't necessarily going to make someone a good coach. But if you're questioning your coach's ability, first of all, you've got to trust that. But then look into their training, look into their personal development. If they're not obsessed in that kind of happy way, then perhaps there's someone better out there for you. Make sure that, remember also, there's no regulatory body for coaches. So it's all going to be down to the individual coach to make sure that their training is current and active. The third thing, and this is really the most important one, I think, is if you're asking the question, is my coach a bit of a fraud? Then that's your biggest red flag of all. A coaching relationship needs to be built first and foremost on trust. And if you don't trust your coach, then something's not right. So rather than trying to catch them out or prove things to yourself one way or another, I'd suggest that asking this question is a really important prompt for you to have an honest conversation. Do I trust this person to help get me where I want to go? After all, they might be the most trained, qualified, experienced professional in the whole world. But if you're not getting what you want out of your work with them, then something's not right. Maybe you're just not a good fit for each other. Maybe they're reflecting something back to you that's ripe for you to have a really good look at, and they don't have the capability to do it. Who knows? So try having that conversation. It might be that this is actually going to be a really important part of your growth with them, and you are going to continue together. How can you gracefully and elegantly let them know that something feels a bit off? And do it if it does. You need to be able to trust your instincts, honor yourself, and make sure that you've got the best possible support. And it's not just coaches. Letting anyone know that when we're not 100% happy can be really awkward, right? Maybe it's a performance review of a team member or a tricky conversation with your kids. So How about you? Have you ever experienced anything like that? A relationship with a coach or someone that you've worked with where it felt a bit off and you weren't quite sure what it was? You wished you'd trusted your instincts a little bit more? Share in the comments section how that's been for you, what you did about it, and what we can all learn, because I think we can learn from each other on this. If this has been a helpful video, please do feel free to share it and like it if you'd like to hear more from us. I'm Jo Martin. It's great to chat with you.